Now we're talking.
Okay, Jay. So you're from the East Coast area?
Yeah. I was born in North Carolina and eventually wound up in Atlanta where I spent the most time. Yeah. So I say I'm from Atlanta because we moved around so much growing up that I don't know. Atlanta feels like my home. But yeah, now I live in Brooklyn.
Was the guitar the first instrument you picked up, or was it something else?
Yeah. I picked up my sister had a guitar and I kind of stole her guitar. So yeah. And then I learned to play from borrowing her guitar she got for Christmas one year.
What age were you, more or less?
I was 12 when I started playing.
Cool, man.
Yeah.
Any early songs you remember learning?
From AC/DC. Uh, yeah, I think Hell's Bells. Probably the first song I learned.
Hell's Bells.
Yeah.
Uh, so I was doing research, and I got a true or false question. Was Britney's Baby One More Time and Backstreet Boys really your first two CDs?
Yeah. Yeah, I remember getting that for I think it was my birthday. And how did you know that? Oh wait, I might have posted about it. But yeah. The I think it was the one, not the Millennium Backstreet Boys. It was the one before with like Backstreet's Back and all that.
Cool, man.
Yeah. I
Um,
remember making like a mixtape and walking around like a family reunion, like feel like I was like the coolest kid listening to those songs.
so did you favor Backstreet more than NSYNC, or
Definitely. Mhm.
um so this one again, as I was going and looking through stuff, I saw this old picture of that you shared of your grandma and her sister with the little person at the bottom.
Yeah. It looks like a person that's like 8 inches tall. It's a weird double exposure or something.
Oh, okay.
I remember I used to be like, oh, it's like a gnome or a leprechaun or something, but yeah, I think it's just a double exposure or like some kind of weird trick of the film or the lens or something. It doesn't make sense to me still, but I've settled on it's not a paranormal cryptid creature.
Well,
It's
hey
just
man,
probably like it's probably just some guy in the background.
yeah, I was gonna ask, like, did you ever get to the bottom of it or any explanation? But I mean, that kind of makes sense.
I was just tripping.
Yeah, I saw that. You're like, full disclosure, I was tripping, but I would be like, I don't know, be just melting. My brain would be melting if I saw something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, because I opened the photo album and it just like that guy was staring right directly in my eyes, and I was like, What is that guy? Who's that guy?" Yeah.
Um, I also noticed that you're into Thin Lizzy. Do you have any favorite songs of theirs?
I mean, the boys are back in town. I gotta go with that one. Jailbreak is cool. I mean, I'm not like a diehard fan or anything like that, but I do love them. Great band, but I don't know their whole catalog or anything like that. I just kind of know the hits.
Yeah, same here. I also like that you did kind of a nod to them. You're like the boys are out of town.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I was being clever with that one. I thought it was funny.
I was wondering too, was Mystery Flavor the first release you put out under Stevie?
Yeah.
I saw it came out September of 2013, and I wanted to, yeah, just go. I wanted to mention some of the songs that I like. Uh, Action Reaction, I really like that one. I think it would go really well in a like a skate video. It makes me want to skate.
Oh, that would be a good skate video song. I like that one too. I'm a fan of that one.
It if I ever, compile some clips, I'll try to add it on.
Hell yeah, dude.
I also like Busted Ass Headphones. I listen to that on my Busted Ass headphones.
Nice. Perfect. That's how it should be enjoyed.
100% Juice. That's another good one. I mean, there's so many. I'm gonna go off here a little bit. I don't want to go down to the basement. Code Ritual Line 3.
Yeah, yeah. That one that one yeah, that one's a weird one.
I was gonna say, because of the dial tone beat, I was like, you can call that funkadelic.
Oh shit, very nice. Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's just I ripped off of ripped off a Crass bass line.
a crass bass line.
Yeah, the song Walls.
Oh, okay. It's like a
Yep.
funky tune.
Hmm. Yeah. Well, yeah, yeah.
I'll check it out.
Hmm.
Uh, but yeah, I've been listening to Mystery a lot, and also liked Stranger Simulation, the new Sleaze, and number one in customer service. That intro in the beginning, I swear, I mean, I've heard that before in like,
Yeah, it's the THX sound. It's
yeah,
basically like they put it on the beginning of home movie or like, movies from the video store back in the day. It's supposed to like show off like a sound system, but
yeah.
it sounds cool. It sounds really funny backwards. It sounds like a bunch of trumpets dying, like going on.
I think I saw that you use like or you use the Boss like sampler.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. SP202.
To want to say you have like a pretty good amount of equipment I've seen in some of your videos, and like I was wondering, um, like God forbid there's a incoming disaster coming
Mm.
happening, and you're only able to salvage like one instrument. Which one are you like running for?
Oh, definitely my little classical guitar. That's all you need. But I'd be grabbing Blue in his like little bag of expensive food first.
You're a
Yeah,
good man.
yeah.
um, oh yeah, and also I wanted to mention, um, so your project name has the word Stevie on it, and
Mm.
some of the styles and aesthetics of your music also remind me of another Stevie or more.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we actually played a
And
show back in the day together.
oh, for real?
Hmm.
Do you remember like what year was that?
I think it was 2012, 2013. Yeah, I think it was 2013.
In Atlanta or?
Yeah, at the Earl.
Cool, man.
Yeah, I was a dishwasher there.
And that made me also curious, out of this list of Stevies, which do you listen to more of? Stevie Nicks, Stevie Wonder,
Mm.
Stevie Ray Vaughan, and
Mm.
well, our Stevie Moore.
Uh, Stevie Wonder for sure.
You have a favorite Stevie Wonder album?
Uh, what's that one? Songs in the Key of? It's like a double album. I think it's Songs in the Key of Life. I think it's the one. I could be wrong about that, but yeah, I play that at work. I like that song, My Sharia More, a lot. I think he wrote that one.
I
Yeah,
forgot where I heard it from, but that he played drums in a lot of his songs.
yeah. I think a lot like Superstition. I think is just all him.
Shit. I was gonna ask, how did you end up getting Chloroform Rag featured as intro on Your Pretty Face?
Actually, they contacted me on MySpace. Like Adult Swim contacted me on MySpace, and uh, and yeah, it worked out. I think what happened was one of the writers to the show, maybe I mean, I guess because there wasn't much. I don't know. It was a different time back then as far as like where you can put your stuff as far as on the internet goes. So it was all on Bandcamp, and I wasn't like I don't know. I think he must have just come to a show or something. I don't know. I don't know how they found it.
I was trying my best to listen to it, and well, I did hear some of it. I think you shared like a video of it, but like the full track, I was trying my best to find it.
Oh yeah, I
Um,
can send it. NegativeNancy.bandcamp.com.
Negative Nancy, what?
.bandcamp.com.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'll check it out. And um, the Dream EP also came out in 2013. I really like Salad Days, Carol Gets Fired, Venetian Blinds, and
Oh,
The Future of Yesterday Today.
well, yeah, I always forget about that album or EP or whatever. It's all right. I don't really like it, but I like the first one. The first one's cool. The first song's cool.
The one that's like all numbers.
Yeah.
And then Ready to Dine came out in January 2015. From that one, The Boys Are Out of Town, Home Alone 2, and Dust on My Loneliness.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that song too. Yeah, those are. I like those tracks too. Long time ago at this point.
Yeah, almost 10 years ago. I was wondering, was Pet Detective like a reference to Ace Ventura?
Yeah, that was me trying to be funny again. I don't know if I was being funny actually, but you know. Well, the
Nah, but I mean,
idea. So here's the idea with that was I was going my friend Sam Wagstaff who plays piano throughout Mystery Flavor and helped write a couple of the songs. His brother has a pet or like an animal rehabilitation place in Athens, Georgia. And the idea with that record or that tape was going to be like all the profits go to that, and then it ended up to where I can't remember who put the tape out. I can't remember what happened with it, but we just lost contact. So it says it on on the tapes. It says all the proceeds go to this or that, or it goes to the animal rehabilitation clinic. I can't remember the name of it, but I never got any tapes. I don't know. I think they got made. I think I've seen pictures of them. I don't know what happened. That keeps happening. That keeps happening. I'm not gonna lie. You know, people will make a run of tapes and they'll be like, "Yeah, I'll send you." I don't get it. I don't get it.
what
Or any.
the?
You know, it's whatever. It's whatever. It's cool. You know, I get it. It's like people are starting up their tape label and there's a lot of logistics and stuff. I understand. So, you know, I guess some things get lost in the mix. I may have dropped the ball in communication too. Who knows? but it's no big deal. It's kind of it's just it's funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny because I was legit gonna ask any cassettes left.
I don't have any of them anything. I don't have a tape or that's my own fault though. But
The
my mom has the CDs I think or the one of the CDs. I had a box of tapes and then long story with that those got thrown away.
but like Stevie Dinner tapes or like your personal.
Yeah, so I had actually with the Ready to Dine tapes, I actually did they did mail me out. And I want to clarify when I work it with Stuart with Muckman for the mystery flavor, the original tape release, that all went perfect. Like I got tapes, he gave me my share. All the money was copacetic and everything was perfect with that. I wasn't referring to that. I went after Ready to Dine. There's been a couple of situations with where I don't know something I don't know what happened, but was Ready to Die, and I got a box of the cassettes and like my share or whatever. And then I went over. I had them with me because I was trying to like sell them, like you know, not door to door, but kind of like I was going around because I was broke, so I was like going to the record stores around town, being like, "You want to buy them?" And they didn't. But then I left them at. I went to my coworker's house, my friend's house, and I left them there by accident. And then I assumed like, oh, they'll be safe. You know, it's a box of cassettes that I was just excited about releasing. Obviously, they're imported. And then I was later, like a day or two later, I was like, hey, do you mind if I come by and grab those cassettes? And they're like, oh, I think those got thrown away. So they all got thrown away. What
What
you gonna
the
do?
heck?
Yeah,
No.
they got tossed. Yep.
Damn. I think I saw that you were close to releasing like some 12 inches. Did that ever end up happening?
No,
No.
no. I'm not 100% sure what you're referring to, but that never happened, whatever it is.
I think it was for mystery flavor, but could be
Mm,
wrong.
yeah. Yeah, I feel like there was something. I think maybe the people who put out the last tape were talking about doing it, maybe, and then it just never happened. Maybe one day.
You
That'd be a cool 12 inch, you know, like a pink vinyl.
yeah.
Yeah.
What are you listening to these days, by the way?
Oh, like lots of soul and funk. Uh, you know, just like classic the the oldies shit, you know what I mean? I love that stuff. Just late 70s or like all of the 70s. Getting a little bit into the late 60s stuff too. Um, but yeah, just that soul and funk stuff I love. And then last night I never listened to the Kraftwerk album, the third one, Ralph and Florian. I never listened to that all the way through. That's incredible. I'm gonna be listening to that every day for a while now. That one's something else.
I which song is that one? There was one song where I think you mentioned Kraftwerk. Is it music for tape machines or
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, that song, Music for Eight Tracks, is a
H?
definitely. I was kind of playing. I was toying around with the sound. I was being influenced by the first Kraftwerk record, namely the song Rucksack, and then kind of like that, and then also Steve Reich's Music for 18 Musicians. Uh, yeah.
Think I also saw that that you're really big on Cortex.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I feel like sadly, you know, when you finally like burn a record out, I feel like I might have done that with that one. Like I've listened to it so many times, like 10 years have gone by, and I'm like, I don't know if I can listen to it every day like I used to. You know what I mean? I don't know. I don't mean like it's it's great, but like I think I may have finally reached my capacity for listening to that album. Unfortunately,
Yeah, it happens. So you gotta like let
yeah.
it breathe for a little bit, and then
I gotta let it breathe. It's good sometimes. But we had
is
some
it
great times together.
is it the same album that MF Doom like samples a lot of from?
Yeah, yeah. The blue one. With
Yeah.
like the yeah. Actually, I saw them this summer.
Oh shit.
Yeah, yeah. There was a free show at the outside venue next to I think it's Lincoln Center, some park. It was cool.
Wow.
Yeah.
In Brooklyn.
I think it's in the city, but yeah, yeah, I think it's
I so I listened to a little bit of Pet Detective. I got to go back and listen to more of it, but I liked I don't know how to say this the right word. Babuka? Is that how you say
Ibuka.
it?
Yeah, yeah.
Morning Mood, another clever.
Morning Mood. I don't even know what that is. I'll have to go check that out.
It's like a
Morning Mood.
kind of like an instrumental, and then Late
Oh,
Fees.
Yankee. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, that was me and on drums, and then if you ever heard of that band Hell Your Ulysses, that was them on the other instruments. Uh, yeah.
So yeah, I was wondering that too. Because I I love the drums on a lot of your music, and was wondering, did you play the drums on a lot of your tracks as well?
I played the drums on all of them,
Oh shit.
except for Dinner with Noah. My friend Charles played drums. And obviously, if there's the samples and stuff, I didn't play. But if it's it's a yeah, all the live kit stuff. That was me.
You have great drum style, man. I
Thank you.
really enjoy it. And I wanted to also say, on Pet Detective, I noticed, I'm probably gonna mess this one up for sure. Papa Gatu or Gateo,
Yeah, yeah. Gato, I think. Yeah,
Gato,
yeah.
Radioactive Makeout Club, and Music for Eight Tracks. These were all will re-release later on.
Yeah. I guess they were. I didn't I didn't even realize those were on there. Whoops. Well, what are you gonna do? Yeah, well,
And
whatever.
then
It's like different on Bandcamp and Spotify. It's different realms. You know what I mean? Fuck it.
you're right. Yeah. And then A Shot in the Dark, but so Lily Up, Moody, Crying. I don't know if you remember that one, but
Mhm. Yeah,
that
Moody
one I
does
was
the
wondering,
ESG cover. Sorry, go
is
ahead.
a, what'd you say?
Or Moody is an ESG cover.
Oh.
What was your question? No, sorry, I interrupted you there.
No, I was just because the intro to it, it has this kind of like uh like a drum fill sample, and then the song starts, and I was like, I feel like, yeah, yeah, yeah. I was like, I feel like I've heard this before in one in another song of his. So I was wondering, like, do you know what song that turned into?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's I think I used that several times. So that sample's from a song called White Mouse by the Modettes, which was like I guess like a new wave post punk group. I don't know much about them, but they're cool. Um, that drum sample I also used it in a different song. I can't remember which one. It was on that record, I think. Maybe the first song. Probably the first song.
Yeah, as I've been listening to your stuff these past days, I was like, yeah, I've for sure heard this song like somewhere else before, but
I'll get
I'll
some
keep
mileage out of that sample.
I'll keep my ear out for it again, like just that intro.
I think it's sprinkled throughout that record.
Let's see. Um, And so besides music, what other hobbies do you have?
Um, I did a little bit of embroidery a month ago or so. That was kind of cool. Um, I mean, I collect stuff. I collect random shit I find that's laying around. That's cool. I try to, you know, curate the junk around me to put me in a good mood and make me feel inspired. I'll be, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I really have any hobbies. I take everything I do or I get obsessed too much for it to be a hobby, you know. It's like,
Yeah.
but maybe it's all a hobby, you know.
And I I saw that the cover for Strange Flavor came from like a magazine, like a French magazine.
Yeah, yeah. I think they're over there. But
You have
yeah, I
it
found it
framed up.
on. Yeah, I do have it framed up. You want to see it?
Yeah.
Let me go get it. And then you can check the
Wow.
time if you know if you want to know what time it is. Yeah, but yeah, I found that picture and it's very striking. You know what I mean? And I just kind of like it kind of informed it helped finding that picture definitely helped with that whole making that album experience together. It was like, you know what I mean? Just kept looking at it and being like, that is just crazy.
And it definitely, for some reason, just kind of fits the vibe.
I know, right? It's like this is perfect. I've been like chasing that. You know what I mean? I'm like, I can't fucking find a picture that's that good. Like, how am I gonna do that again? But I just have to accept that that's gonna be the best album cover I have ever. So it's all downhill from here as far as album covers go. But whatever. Yeah.
Um, well, I mean, equally iconic and great is the Ready to Die one, and I think I heard on that one it was you were thrifting and you found like a toy box or something.
Yeah, it was like a toy Halo, like the weird Halo thing that the kid's wearing. It's like a plastic, and it was like a French. It was just it's just a weird package. You know what I mean? Uh,
I
yeah,
think
like it was for a toy Halo, which I thought was kind of funny. A toy Halo, you know? I don't know. I don't feel like I could have done more of that. That idea, like you buy a
I
Halo. I don't know.
I think you could just I think you could just say that for your next album art, you could just keep an eye out for like French weirdo shit. You
Yeah. Yeah, I need to go dumpster dive in Paris or something.
But yeah, that's cool that both of them were French related and equally just
You're right. You're right. I just realized that. You're right. It's two French stuff. The two French things. I must have noticed that too back then, but I had forgotten about that. The third one, the true story was not French. That was actually an Atlanta person. I was just walking
oh yeah.
around and I found this graphic novel on the ground called Tricked, and then I opened it up. First page I turned to was that, and I was like, "Damn, that's cool, dude." Putting money in your sock, that's a relatable experience for walking around after work. You don't want to lose that money. So
Oh, that's what it is in
yeah,
the
you're not gonna get your socks shaken down. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Just to pull out your pockets.
Yeah, I have heard of that life hack to
Yeah,
people.
yeah. Well, yeah.
How long have you had Blue for?
12 years.
12 years.
Yeah.
I love that photo of him with the bandana.
Oh yeah, this one right here.
I'm gonna take a guess and say that wasn't photoshopped on him, right?
No, no. He'll let you put hats on him. He likes to do little fashion shows, you know what I mean? Bandanas. Hats and bandanas, you know. That's about it. A shirt, I put a shirt on him sometimes. A little baby jumper.
He's he's literally just been as an honorary guest on the pod
Yeah, yeah.
too.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. He's just over here making sure I don't say nothing stupid.
Uh, yeah, True Story came out in October 2020. Um, I think I saw or heard that you guys met at one of Steph's shows.
Yeah, we met on yeah, at what's that place called? Mother. I don't think it's there anymore, but it was a bar. I used to work there actually too, washing dishes and other stuff. But uh yeah. Yep, we met there.
What year was that, by the way, when you guys cross paths?
2019.
Uh, the songs I really like on that one is Baby Blue, Smoke 'em if you got 'em, Trash Can, Junkie, and Naturally.
Yeah, I'm a fan of those as well, too. I like trying to think of that record. I think Daisies is my favorite on that one.
They
Hmm.
any any anecdotes you like from that time period?
Um, let's see. Yeah, I mean, it was like most of that album was kind of stuff that I had, or yeah, that every song except for Naturally pretty much was like, because Steph wrote that song. But the rest of it is kind of older material that I kind of pulled back up, opened back up, and we kind of just finished it, you know what I mean? And yeah, I don't know. It was kind of I was struggling pretty bad at the time, so it was there's good memories, but it's hard it's just a hard time to think about because I wasn't doing so great.
Yeah, I saw some of that too, but it's just it's pretty incredible you were able to pull out, you know, all these great songs during like turbulent, you know, time, man.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's music can be therapeutic and stuff, and it's always been there for me. Uh, and it's for some reason being sad is inspiring. So you know, uh, got some work done. No, I'm happy.
I'm
Yeah,
sm
I don't need to do music. I'm not crazy. I'm not as crazy anymore. I'm good. I'll just play my guitar and sing to Blue, and that's satisfying to me.
keeping it simple.
Yeah, yeah, just keep it simple.
I was smirking a little bit, not because of the uh like I guess the bad parts of it, but I was smirking because I was like, wait, he's talking about sad being like a good inspo, and then I was like, don't you have a stick
I
and
would
poke of
recommend
like,
it. Oh, yeah, I do. You talking about the frowny face?
yeah,
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, well, never mind. I was about to fucking go off on some tangent, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do
uh-oh.
that. Yeah, yeah.
I hear you though. Like, sadness does inspire some good art, you know, and then it makes it kind of weird later on when the artist is in a better place, and they're like, man, that shit like it's reminding me of,
Mm.
like not so good times, but like I survived that shit.
Yeah, definitely. It's just yeah, for sure. That's a positive way to look at it. I guess when I look back at stuff that like that, I'm like, there's a couple things. It's like, first of all, I'm like, man, there was a way out that was not that hard there, that was there the whole time. You were just being stubborn and stupid. And and then also just kind of like some of the lyrics, I'm like, being nihilistic is not cool. You know what I mean? It's not like a good thing to be, to not care or to be self-destructive and all this stuff. It's like bad, you know what I mean? And like it leads you down a path of eventually, you're like you become you start to when you isolate. I was isolating a lot from people and stuff like that, and then that's not good for anybody. Uh, so yeah, you know, you don't want to become antisocial and you know lose yourself.
Mhm.
You gotta love yourself, basically, is what I'm trying to say. And I wasn't loving myself, and it's like painful and uncomfortable to look at that. Anyway.
But that's really cool that you came out of the other side of it and were able to, you know, I guess acknowledge like, oh, I was this, now I'm different, and I've done some
Jay saying that.
the
I'm
what?
trying to make music that's like about that, you know what I mean? But it's hard to do because it's like you don't want to be it's like it's a hard thing to write about and then not be too like corny or something, you know what I mean? Like Lust for Life is a great song that does a good job of that. And I'm like, I don't know how do you do that? You know what I mean? How do you write about that in a way that's sincere and relatable but not like preachy or what's the fucking word? Um Damn it. I was just talking earlier about how my vocabulary has been improving, but it's letting me down at the moment. Proselytizing. You know what I mean? Like,
Shit.
I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Sorry, I'm rambling.
No, I mean, I know, I know I've only dived into your stuff for a short amount of time, but I feel like seeing the progression, you still hold this nice, this cool edge about you that it hasn't diminished, even especially like on your latest release, Bongo Blue. I was like, this dude's still killing it.
Oh, I appreciate that. That one came together in a really fun way. Uh, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, you have this fun, playful humor in your songs that some of the lyrics can sound kind of dark, the way depends on how you interpret it, right? But I take it more as like just like a sarcastic, playful in a way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, that's exactly that's what I'm trying to get across, where it's like, there's all the like dark things that you can laugh about it. Yeah. As long as it's seeking help. Like trying to do the right thing. Uh, or yeah, but you can laugh about it. Um, yeah.
And well,
It is
yeah,
funny, objectively. It's pretty fucking funny.
yeah. And I mean, I honestly, I have I hold such a sweet spot for that kind of music because uh comedy and music are like my favorite, and for an artist to combine those two together and like you said, like not be corny about it is just it's fucking ace.
I'm trying my best.
And yeah, man, you're just talented as hell. Can't believe uh you do all the instruments on it. I do believe it because I'm like, well, he looks like a solid musician, and just as a real, passionate music lover.
I appreciate that. Yeah, it takes a lot of tracking it all, especially. back in the day, I didn't I never thought about like, oh, I could lay down a like a drum machine or like a click track before and then play the instruments and then put the drums on later or something. Like I would just like for some of the songs on Mystery Flavor, I would just like kind of think of the song in my head and then play the drums with nothing else, just by it themselves, and then like try to and then put the music on top of it, which was hard. It took so many takes to do that. A lot of energy, but it ended up sounding cool because it's like there's like all this like like little slow down, speed up stuff that you can't really do in a different way. I think putting the drums down first, more people should try it. No click.
Sounds hard as hell though.
You gotta just get it in there. Try until you get it, and then all the little micro mistakes that you make will kind of add up into like a pretty expressive sound, I think.
Um, what age did you pick the drums up?
Let's see, maybe 18. I think
16?
18 or 17 or 18. I think.
Oh.
Uh, yeah.
All right. Well, I'm gonna do that list that I told you, and this ranking list is also kind of like it's like a dream set list. I picture myself like if I were to somehow see a Stevie Dinner show, it'd be dope to like see all these songs performed live.
Uh-huh.
Um, Ideally, it'd be cool like back to back, but even just hearing any of these live would be great. And yeah, as I go off, maybe I guess like a fun fact or like a memory that you get that you can think of as I go off.
Sure. For each song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Try my best.
Okay, for number 10, this was actually the first song I came across by you and is what got me into your music. Number 10 is One Day.
One day, okay. So that song was what's interesting about that song was I didn't record it at home. I was actually went to New York on a trip and brought Sam's 4 track, one of the little blue Tascams. Can't remember what that, but yeah, I was on a trip, and so yeah, it was like on the road, kind of like a traveling recording situation, which was interesting.
Wow. Number 9, again, pardon me if I don't pronounce it correctly, but Shuriken.
Oh yeah, that one. That one's cool because let's see, that was Sam and I got a Kawai SX210, which is a weird synthesizer because we got really heavily into synthesizers there for I mean for forever. But we got that, and then that was the first one I wrote with the synthesizer with the Kawai. It's a 6 voice, 2 oscillator subtractive synthesizer with digitally controlled oscillators. I think the filters are voltage controlled. It has a lot of weird. It's very broken. But it's got like cigarette burns in it and stuff. We got it. And it's like has all these strange patches that these people have made. The previous owner, and then we kind of mess with those. But it sounds great. It's kind of like a Juno, but stranger.
Do you still own it?
Yeah.
Number 8, I went with Manic Phases.
Oh, that one is it's a shame because I at the beginning of that song, it's like the chord and the beats come in. I had like all these other guitar parts, and it was like it sounds cool now, but it sounded so much cooler. And I accidentally recorded over like 5 tracks of stuff. So now it's like every time I hear that, I'm like, damn, it used to be a lot better. But what are you gonna do? Uh, but yeah, that one's cool. That was kind of like you know, back then I was having a lot of emotional ups and downs, so I was trying to write a song that was kind of like captured the feeling of like going up and down. And I feel like I don't know, I feel like I kind of got it got it worked out.
Um, I also remember speaking on Manic, I remember you got asked like how you would describe your sound, and you said something along the lines, well, some of the earlier stuff sounds more manic, but that you've like chilled out throughout the year.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm doing my best to chill out. Yeah. But I used to be very unchill. Or not unchill, but like I was not chilling at all. I was very I was out of my mind, you know what I mean? Just bouncing off the walls, trying to trying to do something. I don't know.
And again, like I'm not um I'm not advocating for anyone to be like going through it, like seek help if you needed to, but I mean, you got some fucking great music out of it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know if it was really worth the cost to my life or whatever, but it is what it is. What you gonna do? It's like, yeah.
Number seven, went with Stray Cat.
Oh, that's my favorite song I've ever made, I think. I love that song. No, that song, yeah, I mean, it's just like can't remember what summer it was, but used to sit on the porch and there was a this park across the street that had there was kind of like some construction and there was a sewer drain that we actually ended up crawling around and it's not wet, it's just like a dry tunnel underground and all these like 10 cats, like two litters of cats lived there. They would all come out of the tube and then go back into the tube and they were tube cats and I loved them and I wish that they would come. They were all feral as fuck though, but I was like, man, I wish they would come and I wish they would come and I wish they knew that like because I see them over there and they're like going through the trash and stuff like that. I'm like, I wish they knew that. I mean, I would feed them stuff, but I wish they knew that they could come here. It's rainy, it's dry here, and I've always I fostered a bunch of cats throughout my life. I love cats. I love animals. I love to take care of them and help them out. And it's just about it's about being nice to the furry friends.
That's awesome, man. Yeah, I was listening to it and was like, I I mean, you just confirmed now that it's like for literal cats, but I thought like, oh, this could be like a love song for someone, and he's just
Yeah. Maybe a little bit of that
but yeah, fairy friends need love songs too, you know. And then with that one, I follow with number six, the Ballad of Bongo Blue, another fairy friend song.
Mongo Blue. Shout out. Yeah, that one I just I like to come up with different names for blue and then Bongo Blue just came up one time. I think he was probably laying next to some bongos or something and then I was like, I don't know where it just kind of came out naturally. It's like Ballad of Bongo Blue. It's got to happen at this point. And then yeah, I had the riff, the chord progression and stuff. And yeah, yeah. The lyrics don't make sense, but people
Did you
can
play
get
um did you play actual bongos on it?
yeah, oh yeah. You gotta if it's called Bongo Blue, you gotta throw some bongos on there. Oh, and then
Yeah,
another fun fact about that song is the scream at the beginning is actually it's not me. It's from a sample from the Unicorn song, "The Clap," which I used to have a band called The Clap too. If anybody's interested in finding really fucking old material, um, but yeah,
wait, the clap.
yeah, yeah.
And number five, I went with Audrey Horn.
Mm. So that one, uh, that I guess that well, I guess okay, I'm trying to think of what to say about that one. The title was just a placeholder, I guess, and then it turned out it just kind of ended up working. I'm glad I guess I'm glad I stuck with it. Um, and I guess the way that song, I think that song turned out good too because I had just finally figured out some things about the tape machine I was using at the time. And just I don't know, it ended up working. There's 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 a whole synthesizer track that I left out there that I sometimes wonder if I made the right decision on leaving it out or not, but it is too late now to find out otherwise. It's fine. Oh, also, I stole a bass line from that Orange Juice song, Falling and Laughing, I think. And I've stolen that bass line a lot of times.
Number four, I went with Cart Decline for Pizza and Wine.
That one's a I'm grateful for that song because uh uh you know people seem to grab onto that one and like it or whatever. And which is cool because you know uh I remember getting fired from this Chinese restaurant I was working at and I was like, man, I guess I gotta figure out how to make music where to pay my bills. And then it just kind of happened like a couple weeks after that, like I started like getting money from Spotify and I was like, oh fuck, like phew, you know what I mean? So it worked out. Uh, God really had my back on that one. uh, but yeah, that song's cool. It's about it, it's about what happened one time. I was going to get a frozen pizza and some wine, which was like my favorite meal there for a while. And then my card got declined, and I was like, card declined for pizza and wine. Damn, that's a catchy song title. And then the bass line kind of came together. I remember a lot of that writing that song. I remember writing the lyrics came to my head when I was like riding my little moped around town. Uh, I remember when it gets to the part where the middle noise part or whatever. I remember writing the song up to that part, and then I just stopped playing all the other instruments, and then you can't really hear it that well. But there's a guitar that's just me scraping on the. It's just like, and it's like okay, well I'll just figure something out to go on top of that part, and it like which I didn't think that was gonna work, but it ended up working really good.
I also like that you kind of do some skits. Or like you kind of do like a dialogue thing, where you're having like a conversation.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought that was kind of cute. And then it's cool because it's like blue. There's a blue shout out in there. Which I'm thankful that the song that people know the most is there's some blue love in there. You know what I mean? So people know what's up.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw like a lot of people were doing like covers of it too.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. I saw one cover of this, uh, but it wasn't like a band that was covering it. It was like they shot a music video and it looked like they had written the song and were playing it. They didn't really. I don't know if they like said anything about that. I wrote the song. You know what I mean? Maybe they did at the beginning, but I remember being like, it just looks like they're playing the song that they wrote. You know what I mean? Because it's like they're like lip syncing, but like with a whole band. I don't know. It's kind of funny. They're having a good time. I'm glad they're having fun. What do I care?
Um, Number three, I went with "Never Gonna Let You Go."
So that song I made the music on Adele from 2004, and I kind of like don't remember where or how it's one of those very convoluted files like that. You know what I mean? This has been edited and renamed, and then pitched down and pitched up again, and then like stuff got added and taken out. So it's like this like almost like corrupted audio, like or like the Reaper uh project file is totally fucked. Doesn't make any sense, and it's like I don't want to touch anything when I open it. I'm like I don't want to fuck with it because it's like it sounds good, but like what the fuck is going on with the like you know what I mean? Because if I mess with any of the settings, it's like the beat gets off and stuff. But yeah, like that sounds cool. I think I like the way that it ended up sounding. I kind of definitely I think I pulled the most hack uh shit I've done as a songwriter. uh where so I finished it and then I just copied the whole fucking thing and put it on the end again and just repeat it twice. You know what I mean? But I put the guitar stuff so it kind of changes it up a little bit. But no one said anything about it. I could really put a little bit more effort into that, but it sounds good. It's fine. It's got the Roxy Music shout out, which is cool. That's a great song. Um, yeah, cool song.
Oh, whoa, you did like a Roxy Music thing on it?
Yeah, I don't know if you can really hear it, but it's like "Love Is the Drug," just like that Roxy Music song, and that's a song by Roxy Music.
Oh,
Mm.
number two, Poison River.
Wait, remember. That one's a just a classic G major song about being an alcoholic, you know. Uh, but that was early on and realizing that I had a problem and stuff like that. So, and I never really finished the song, which kind of I don't know. Yeah, it's a sad one, I guess to think about.
And number one, this one, I like it because before this one of my favorite songs with the same title is by Elliott Smith, and I just like the two, I guess the two sides of like one makes me want to cry, and then well, this one just makes me like just I don't know, like move around, and it's more upbeat than well Elliott music, happiness.
Oh, happiness. Yeah, yeah. Let's see what to say about happiness. That was a cool song. I remember my drum set was under my bed at the time. I had like a bunk bed, so the drums are under the bed. Under the getting some weird sounds with the drums, but it ended up sounding kind of cool. Um, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that song accomplished kind of like getting a high energy feeling to giving a high energy to feeling to those emotions. You know what I mean? I like the guitar solo. Um, it's fun. It's a fun song to sing. You know, I don't know.
And well, wrapping up here, um, are there other songs that you're currently working on? Anything you'd like to share for the future?
Sure. Well, I have about 110 songs sitting on a Bandcamp that stuff that I haven't put out yet, or stuff that like it's like just kind of a bunch of stuff that everybody can check out. It's at Visa Mastercard.bandcamp.com. Probably gonna put some of it on Spotify eventually, but for now it's there. Working on a country song right now. Um, I got some new keyboards and stuff. Yeah, I'm trying to get back into making more music. I want to make a new album that's, you know, kind of goes with what I'm experiencing in life now and all the things that I've learned to find beautiful and have found that have changed and stuff. And right, I'm trying to maybe write about hope more and positive stuff and health, the benefits of being healthy and the virtues of taking care of yourself. Because yeah,
Oh yeah, man, that's wonderful.
yeah,
I'm definitely gonna check that out, by the way. Visa Mastercard
Yeah, yeah, I can send you the link too if you want. But yeah, Visa Mastercard.
for
It's
sure.
pretty incoherent, but it's pretty cool. If you ask me, I don't know. I like it.
You know, you have a couple songs. I think it was on Pet Detective. I'm a sucker for very fast pace, like to the point type songs, and you have like a couple less than minute songs on there that I don't know if it's like my ADHD mind that's like gravitates towards that, but I love it. I love those songs, you know.
It's fun to just get a point across. You know what I mean? Not be too precious about it. You're not gonna do all that again. You know what I mean? If you want to hear it again, just play the song again.
But hell yeah, I'm excited to check out more of your stuff, and we'll definitely be in touch. I should have the interview up within like 2 weeks or so.
Okay, sounds good. It was great talking to you. Where are you from, by the way?
Oh, I'm from South Texas.
South Texas. Okay, cool. Right on, man. Well, great talking to you. And keep the faith. Be easy and fare thee well. I'll see you later. Do you need anything else from me?
Now we're all good. Just enjoy the
All
rest
right.
of your day.
All right, you too, man.
Take care. Later.
All right,